Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bronze League Heroes, this time on Volskaya Foundry, featuring our blue team, Scorcher X on Arthas, the Jesus on Sylvanas, Sir Boggins on Illidan, Toes Bro on Abathur, and Little Lade on Lucio. I heard some of you liked the name introduction, so I'm going to include this in all future episodes to come. And on the red team, it is Chin Soccer on Mirrodin, Zach9397 on Kerrigan, Raiden on Uther, Tubane Z on Gaslo, and Kenny on Li Ming. So this is, I believe, a Bronze Team League game, which should prove to be quite entertaining to cast as well as watch. So we'll be seeing what kind of strategies both teams pull out. Already we see the necessary specialist on both teams, Abathur on the blue team and Gaslo on the red team, it seems. So far Uther's taking a lot of unnecessary damage, and so far Scorcher X on Arthas has not actually dismounted to hit the minion wave. But indeed Arthas is going down to soak. And I don't know what just happened, but Illidan decided to commit 1v9 and instantly commit suicide in the mid lane, even though he could have perfectly avoided that kind of death easily as Illidan. I believe the true skill of an Illidan player is knowing when to not engage. And as a result, this Illidan, Sir Boggins on Illidan, made the crucial and most critical mistake of going in 1v9. In case you don't know what 1v9 is when you also defy the expectations of your own team, and thus creating a conflict between all 9 other members, all other 9 players who are also playing the game with you. But nevertheless, I believe the blue team is going to see a little bit of Abathur Illidan synergy in order to try to take down some of the squishier members such as Li Ming and Gaslo, both which can't really escape from Illidan once Illidan has jumped onto them. It looks like the Jesus on Sylvanas is a little bit low, and she decides to use Haunting Wave to clear the minion wave instead of saving it for a potential escape. Looks like Abathur and Illidan. And Illidan goes in 1v2, but he manages to Sweeping Strike out before he completely messes that up, I guess. Looks like Sylvanas using her Haunting Wave, her E, to clear the minion wave instead of using it as a potential escape. Once again, she's incorrectly using it. I'm really not sure why Gaslo is in the mid lane. Shouldn't Gaslo be one of the solo laners? But let's have a look at Sylvanas' talent, which I find the most peculiar, Mercenary Queen. So I believe what Sylvanas is going to do is try to take the siege camp and push with it. I guess that's the only reason why they would take Mercenary Queen out on this map anyway. There are so many better maps to take Mercenary Queen on, but I guess Sylvanas wants to do that. And the first objective is going to be starting up pretty soon, but let's have a look at Kerrigan versus Illidan. Will Kerrigan be able to duel Illidan? Looks like not, and Kerrigan will get sliced by Illidan to death. Death by 1,000 cuts as the members of the red team rotate slowly towards the top lane, and Mirrodin just walks by, you know, saying hello to Illidan, not really even landing a Stormbolt for that matter. Arthas tanking a little bit of that minion and turret damage from Gaslo. Gaslo throwing out his bomb, which explodes and does absolutely nothing as it charges up that little laser beam. But Mirrodin's getting chunked really hard already, and without Uther here, I'm really not sure what Mirrodin is doing. He gets rooted. Will he get taken down by Lucio? No, looks like Uther is back in the fray to heal some people. And then Kerrigan rushes in as Illidan attempts to kill Mirrodin, but Abathur's hat was a little bit late as the red team managed to secure the first percentage of the objective point on the Volskaya Foundry. Looks like Gaslo is a pretty good choice here, especially for defending the objective point, but it looks like Gaslo is right now, he's out of mana, he's not even halving. I'm really not sure what Gaslo is without mana, he can't do anything. Actually, let me take that back. I think any hero without mana is basically useless, unless you're a tank or you're an auto attack damage dealer. Then maybe, you know, mana is less important. Lucio going straight into the fray, pushing them back as Lucio gets pulled in and stunned by Kerrigan. Will Lucio escape? Looks like Lucio's too fast for them as Abathur Abathur's hat is on Illidan as Illidan starts wrecking the members of the red team. Will he get taken down by Li Ming? It looks like not, and that clutch escape by Illidan will actually save it. And it looks like the Jesus not getting healed up by Lucio. It looks like that laser beam could have taken out Sylvanas if not for the timely intervention of Lucio, providing that small amount of healing. Nevertheless, was enough to actually make the blue team secure the objective point, even though the red team was 99% done with the objective point. Nobody's soaking this lane. I just want to point out that if you're Abathur, please do not stay here. Please, can you actually deep tunnel down and soak that wave of XP? Please, Abathur, if you can do one thing for me is at least get your macro play right. But what am I talking about? This is Bronze League Heroes. Nobody ever goes soaks lanes anyway. The objective contesting point is on once again as Illidan with Abathur's hat is going to try to find a small nope as Sylvanas gets deleted and Illidan leaps onto Li Ming, but I don't think that really did anything as Illidan right now is 1v5. Will Illidan escape? It looks like he will escape. But Kerrigan's Impaling Blades and her Primal Grabs just pull Illidan in, and Lucio manages to escape barely by the just barely. I say just barely because Lucio's got that sick movement speed boost. And indeed, Kerrigan and Muradin leap on straight into the Protector, as the Protector should be taking out the front wall here very soon. Let's see what they do with the Protector. Looks like Lucio doesn't even bother walking away from that laser beam from the Triglav Protector. And once again, Abathur is in a completely useless position. He's not even soaking any lanes. He might as well just be back in, the base if he's gonna be in the top lane or something. What an utterly useless Abathur. And if you're Abathur, please don't stay here. You can actually move out deep tunnel here so that you're soaking the experience. But anyway, let's have a look at what the Triglav Protector is doing. Looks like Sylvanas doing classic Sylvanas things. Doing a classic Sylvanas split push while everybody is obsessed with the objective. Looks like Arthas does manage to complete his Frozen Waste quest at 6 minutes into the game. As Sylvanas once again is doing Sylvanas things and Sylvanas doing Sylvanas. Let's see what talent she got. She got Lost Soul and Barb Trot. Barb Trot is probably the best talent at level 7. But I'm a bit concerned about Lost Soul. It's not really that optimal if you're going for split push Sylvanas, but I mean Mercenary Queen already is completely useless, I'm just saying. Literally the only Mercenary camp that you can empower is this Mercenary camp. And you're sacrificing all those other choices at level 1 just for Mercenary Queen. I really don't understand the Jesus. Nevertheless, let's have a look. Oh, is Sylvanas going to go to the top lane and push with the Merc camp? Come on, Sylvanas, you gotta go to the top lane and push with the Merc camp in order to get that Mercenary Queen value. I just can't wait for it. Sylvanas, what are you doing? Go here. Help the siege camp out, will you, please? As nobody actually gets the Bardic Emitter. Oh, Sylvanas picks it up. Clever Sylvanas. But Sylvanas should just go to the top lane and push with that siege camp. But it looks like Sylvanas deciding not to do that. I guess she wants to go split push and push down this fort, perhaps. Or she's going to clear a wave. And of course, use her E in order to clear the wave faster, I suppose. Nevertheless, imagine the amount of value that Sylvanas could have gotten just from standing near the mercenaries that were pushing alongside her minions just now. Looks like she's not opting to do that. And she's probably going to go to bottom lane in order to soak that wave of experience. As I don't think this Abathur has moved a single inch since we last saw him. So props to that Abathur for getting the award of non-movement award. They really should have a MVP screen. They should have an award for the hero that has moved the least, and I think this Abathur would probably get that award every time. But anyways, I probably think that this Abathur probably thought, oh, you know what? I've seen a lot of people doing the Abathur Illidan combo. Why not just do Abathur Illidan combo? Well, at least he didn't go Monstrosity. He went Ultimate Evolution, but I doubt we'll be seeing any Ultimate Evolutions anytime soon. Sylvanas doing Sylvanas things once again. I believe that they should be prepping for the top objective anyway. As Lucio popping his movement speed boost there for absolutely no reason. Except that Gaslow is so damn good at defending the objective points. How will you get into an objective point if Gaslow has tons of turrets there? I mean, it's just not possible. And this Abathur still, I guess Abathur's just doing what you shouldn't do as Abathur. I'm actually surprised to not see Sylvanas go split push a fort or something at this point. That's the least of my concerns as Illidan sort of gets bursted down. No, Illidan actually uses Metamorphosis in order to temporarily increase his HP as Arthas leaps in with his Frozen Oasis. No, and Illidan just gets taken out as Lucio gets taken out as well. And Sylvanas and Arthas still having their items. If Sylvanas just decided to use her Biotic Emitter and after deciding to use his turret and engage there, they might have won it. But I think that the crowd control from the red team is just too strong with Kerrigan's stun, Gaslow's bomb stun, Uther's stun, and Mirrodin's Stormbot stun. It might be a little bit too much for Illidan. And Li Ming going for the classic Li Ming. I don't know what to pick on Li Ming, but I like the feel of Arcane Orb. So I'm gonna go Arcane Orb build instead of the usual Calamity build, which is maybe a little bit more beneficial here. I mean, Calamity is when you're confident that your team will follow up and secure kills, but Arcane Orb build is good on this objective, I guess. If people are trying to come in, you can just keep poking them with Arcane Orb. I'm not saying it's bad, but most of the time you should go E build on Li Ming. Well, Li Ming just landed another Arcane Orb as 3 members of the blue team are trying to contest the objective, but I think that they know the objective is lost as Sylvanas is doing Sylvanas split push once again. What a classic strategy as Illidan once again utilizing the Illidan versus the world strategy. Gets instantly taken down again feeding them another 2 kills. But on the other hand, Sylvanas is going to get a forward, and actually it's not looking too bad. If nobody goes to defend against Sylvanas, it might actually just be an equal trade. But it looks like Gaslow does the right thing, and he goes back to defend Sylvanas. Defend against Sylvanas anyway. Hopefully Sylvanas will be able to, split push. I don't think Gaslow can do anything against Sylvanas really, apart from clear the waves. The objective is going to get this fort, but Sylvanas doing Sylvanas things. You know what? I'm gonna use my heroic just for that, and she still doesn't put down her Biotic Emitter. I mean, that would be a perfect time to put it down. Hello Sylvanas, and of course she uses, and Gaslow dealing tons of damage to Sylvanas. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, what a disaster! Wasting that Biotic Emitter. Not only did she not survive, she also fed the red team another kill. Abathur, Ultimate Evolution. We have double Illidan now. And who do they decide to focus? They decide to focus Uther. A wise choice indeed. As Illidan is struggling to get any damage dealt onto Uther, but Uther gets taken down, and I think Kerrigan might get taken down as well, as Li Ming and Mirrodin inside a Protector are just completely ignoring their teammates. Well, Illidan's on the chase, but I don't think Illidan will be able to take down both Li Ming and Mirrodin once they come out. Maybe Illidan might be able to take down Li Ming, and no, Gaslow's coming in. But I think Illidan's got enough momentum to turn this around. If he focuses Gaslow down and then Mirrodin, then he definitely has a chance. As Illidan manages to single-handedly wipe the red team from the board because nobody was focusing Illidan, and because of the Abathur hat, of course. Abathur hat always helps, as Mirrodin actually pops his avatar in order to survive that. Illidan surprisingly does not go back in. He's not as bloodthirsty as I thought he was. But once again, Sylvanas! What are you doing, Sylvanas? No! Oh my goodness. If Sylvanas actually mistimed or misused her E there, she would have been totally dead. She might be dead now, who knows. Looks like that's not going to be the case. Sylvanas hopefully going for the correct talent. Yep, she went for Windrunner. Correct talent at level 13. As the blue team actually does manage to get level 16 before the red team. But the red team is very close to level 16, so I don't think they will be able to do much in terms of that unless they secure a kill on Arthas or Lucio. And Illidan utilizing his Metamorphosis to go in 1v4. Let's go, Illidan. Let's go, and that beautiful wailing arrow from Sylvanas might just have turned the tide of battle. It looks like the health boost from Metamorphosis is just too great for the red team to handle, as of course Kerrigan is doing a mercenary camp whilst all of that is happening. And I still have yet to see Sylvanas utilizing her Mercenary Queen level 1 talent. She's not pushing with this. She just pushes all the lanes where there are no merc camps. Now, can I please see Sylvanas rotate to the top lane? No. No. Nope, 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 that's never going to happen. I guess we learned a couple of things today. First, we learned that Sylvanas saves the biotic emitter for herself. And secondly, she likes to split push forwards all by herself and die to Gaslow. Not an optimal decision. Lucio grabbing up that biotic emitter as Muradin hops right in, and Illidan once again is pressuring the backline. But that stun from Kerrigan might just have turned the tides of battle, or is Illidan's lifesteal just too much? It might be. No, Illidan gets taken out by Gaslow's laser beam. Whatever it's called, I don't recall what it's called. I believe it's... let's see what... Death laser, right? Death laser without the A in the middle. Death laser. Quite optimal. I mean, Sylvanas could just get a keep, I suppose. But what Sylvanas should actually do if she really wants to split push is actually go in the opposite direction of the objective. So if everybody's in the bottom objective, she should go and split push top lane. That would be the most optimal. But now she's doing the correct thing. She's grouping out with her team, not going for that split push shenanigans again. As Lucio does have the Abathur hat, but Lucio doing Lucio things, just hopping around, using the walls for advantage, and placing down the turret preemptively for absolute... Oh, I didn't know Mercenary Queen actually improves the damage of the turrets. I never knew that. If you look closely at the turret, you'll see that it's got a glowing effect to it. That means the Mercenary Queen is actually applied onto the turret, so the turret was dealing 60% more damage when Sylvanas was near it. But Sylvanas decided to go clear a wave, nearly gets caught out there, Sylvanas needs to stay near the turret in order to maximize her Mercenary Queen value. And I hope so, for her sake anyway. And it looks like that beautiful bomb by Gaslow actually manages to... No, and the turnaround by Lucio with his shields actually does manage to turn around that pretty substantially. Sylvanas starting in and out from combat like a veteran, like a boss, as Sir Baggins on Illidan, just wiping the floor, just pressuring the backline. Oh lord, Illidan nearly died from that arcane orb. I would have laughed if he died from that. And Abathur, of course, wasting the ultimate evolution on Sylvanas clone. Oh, but Sylvanas clone is good, I suppose, because, you know, Sylvanas clone still got that tower disabling ability. And of course, suicides the clone into there. And Arthas is alone in Protector, as Illidan decides not to join up with Arthas or indeed go into Triglav Protector. Illidan, what are you doing? Just get into the Protector. Illidan. Finally, he does the right thing. Now what Sylvanas should do is probably she should push with team, but since there's nobody else out there to peel for her, and Lucio right now is just coming back from the base, well, maybe Sylvanas shouldn't do that. She's gotta be careful about what she does. I mean, it's risky, you know. I mean, oh, that's so close. Sylvanas could probably 1v1 Kerrigan with the help of Minion Wave, but Arthas, after being ejected from the Triglav Protector, I'm not sure why Illidan's going in. Illidan! Oh, Jesus. If the red team was slightly more competent, Illidan would have been deleted every time he went in like that. But that beautiful bomb by Gaslow managing to chain stun 3 members of the blue team. But Illidan's lifesteal was just so immense. Just look at that lifesteal from Illidan. And that was a 1-for-2 trade in favor of the blue team, actually. Right now it's level 20 against level 18. And Arthas clone is going in. Are they going to attempt to make a keep call? It looks like the real Arthas is actually retreating. I'm really not sure why he's retreating. Maybe he just wants to go split push. Oh, of course, Sylvanas, of course, pinged him to do a mercenary count. Classic Sylvanas. I can't blame Sylvanas, you know. You can never blame Sylvanas players. It's just because Sylvanas' kit is so well designed and so well executed by Blizzard that everybody who plays Sylvanas just wants to take mercenary camps and clear minion waves and split push forts and keeps. You can't blame them, you know, it's that sort of playstyle. And in fact, Sylvanas went for Fury of the Storm. So, Fury of the Storm, dealing massive PvE damage, which will help immensely with the wave clear as well as a split push. Looks like Abathur is going to be clearing the minion wave here, but Sylvanas is going to clear that red minion wave pretty quickly. Illidan hiding in the bush, attempting to, you know, to sort of invade it, but I don't think this invasion will be successful as Illidan. Ooh, Illidan. And Illidan gets taken out by Lucio. Ooh. Sometimes you just underestimate Sylvanas' damage sometimes. Just because you think that Sylvanas is just like a tickle archer who can't really do anything in team fights, but with Fury of the Storm it's a lot of damage. Fury of the Storm every 5 seconds as well. Every 5 seconds her basic attack will deal a lot more damage. Well, Illidan and Kerrigan having a little stand-up, and I really don't think Illidan should be diving in like this, but who knows, Illidan might be able to. Nope, his evasion was still on cooldown as Illidan intentionally feeding once again. But the blue team are trying to get this fort as Sylvanas completely ignoring her team, deciding to focus down the fort, considering that to be the sacred tenement of which Sylvanas is born, and the turret is lost as well. That turret actually gets instantly picked up, but Lucio drops down the Baltic emitter as that Arthur's clone is going to do absolutely nothing as Kerrigan's shields just start to pile up and up. That is a lot of shields for Kerrigan. I do admit that is a lot of shields. Ooh, that is pretty scary, man. Pretty scary. But Illidan went for demonic form, so hopefully Illidan will be less susceptible to crowd control from level 20 onwards, but who knows? Arthur's at least going for Army of the Dead and not Sylvanas. You should be grateful for that. And indeed, Arthur goes for the extra sustain at level 20 for Legion of Northrend. Whilst Kerrigan went for Blink, Abathur went for Revive, Illidan went for Rewind, and of course Gaslow going for that Gravel Bomb upgrade, which will make his late game team fight so much more potent. I mean, with a single well-placed Gaslow Bomb in combination with the Kerrigan stun, that is going to be very, very scary for the blue team. Especially as this Abathur is just not a body, I guess, but if Abathur was actually a, you know, Blaze or some off-lane solo warrior tank or something, off-tank or something, then there will be more bodies there to soak up the damage. But unfortunately, Arthur's the only tank here. And Illidan going in 1v5 once again. Well, I'm quite surprised that Illidan's actually not dying as quickly as I thought he would be. I guess it's that immense lifesteal from his level 1 talent, which is Abathur Assault. But Illidan single-handedly wiping the team. I would have thought that Illidan would immediately die, but Gaslow's Gravel Bomb actually does absolutely nothing, thus there was no follow-up from the red team. But I think Lucio's going to get taken down. Will Abathur get taken out? Will... Actually, Illidan is just completely wrecking the floor. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what my eyes are seeing. And all 5 members of the red team are down. This Illidan is carrying the whole team just with his very, very aggressive engages. I guess you could say one thing about the blue team is that at least they have some follow-up of what they're going to do, and Sylvanas finally making use of her Mercenary Queen trait. Oh lord, and these mercenaries are dealing 60% more damage. And the objective does spawn in the middle, but only Arthur's in it, as Illidan decides to take down that fort for absolutely no reason, not aiding Sylvanas. I mean, Sylvanas should have helped Illidan, but Sylvanas is really low on health right now, and Li Ming is coming back from spawn right now. It's Li Ming just... Oh, and that Li Ming gets the kill. Illidan, unfortunately, he can't tank towers for ages, but that Sylvanas was a little bit ballsy, I suppose. You can't blame him, you know, you can't blame Sylvanas. She just wants to get those... She just wants to get those keeps. If Illidan just hops into Protector right now, he'll be able to increase the Protector's damage as well as giving it armor. So I'm really not sure why Illidan is not going to Protector. Hello, Illidan? Will you please aid your poor buddy Arthur? Nope. decides not to, as Illidan once again 1v5 once again, and he avoids that character instead. I believe that if this Illidan didn't have Abathur helping him, he would just be instantly deleted. Oh, and Lucio, of course, being the very greedy man that he is, just hops into Protector, doesn't care about Illidan, doesn't give Illidan any heals or shields, and the Protector might be able to take down the bottom key, I think, maybe, or maybe not. Or maybe not. But Sir Boggins on Illidan, flapping his demonic wings like a madman. Kerrigan on chase. And Illidan so far is just looking for kills, you know, he's bloodthirsty, you know. And if Li Ming just makes a slight error, oh, does Illidan see Li Ming? Li Ming is dead once again, ladies and gentlemen. Li Ming has died again. And I don't think this Abathur has done anything except for hacking Illidan all game. I'm really not sure. And by the way, Abathur does go for Evolutionary Link. So if he clones Illidan, Illidan will gain a permanent, you know, refreshing shield. And Gravel Bomb actually stuns Officer and Illidan, but no one is focusing Illidan down. And possibly because of those Lucio shields, Illidan is so much more resilient. You just give Illidan like 3 or 4 more seconds and he can heal back up so quickly. Ooh, Illidan doing the Illidan things, and Kerrigan is slowly dying to Office. That is the most pathetic Kerrigan death I've ever seen. Dying to a slow-moving Lich King. That is just so humiliating. But I think this will be game for the blue team, as Kerrigan, Gasol and Li Ming are down and nobody can stop Illidan from soloing the core, especially at 25 minutes into the game. And this will, I think, be game for the blue team. GG! As Li Ming throwing out her Arcane Orb, but nevertheless, I think that was a very memey game. Definitely worthy of the Bronze League tag. But I cannot just imagine how many times Illidan would have died if Abathur and Lucio weren't behind his back. I think Illidan was like making most of the engages that game and not Arthas. So for future reference, don't play Illidan like he did, and don't play Abathur like that guy did, and try not to split push as Sylvanas. You know, that extreme. But that was a really fun game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So if you have any replays you would like to be sent in and casted, just send them to sir.lightofvoid@gmail.com. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!